Hey guys, I'm Sai and I'm a principal engineer. And today we are going to talk about one critical skill that a lot of engineers tend to miss in their career. And that skill is systems thinking. So let's talk about what systems thinking actually is. And in short, it just means to zoom out, look at the bigger picture. So when you're first starting off in your career, unless you're going into systems engineering specifically, you're likely going to be part of a design team that interfaces with systems engineers and with other subsystems through those systems engineers. Now, when you're first starting off, you're pretty much just going to be told what to do from your mentor, and you're going to be guided in a certain direction where you're designing a certain thing, and you'll be focused on that very particular thing, but you won't think about the interfaces as much. You see, a lot of modern engineering is built on requirements. It's built on interfaces, and it's built on taking your subsystem and integrating it into the bigger picture. This is something I've been preaching on my channel. You'll probably find me talking about this in all of my videos. But systems thinking is one of the most critical things that you can do to grow as an engineer early in your career. Or even if you're just an aspiring engineer, showing that you can think in systems makes you more valuable to the hiring manager. It shows that you can hit the ground running and start taking these projects and be a valuable asset to the design team and maybe the company as a whole. Now, one of the reasons a lot of engineers tend to miss systems thinking as a skill is because you're not necessarily taught this in school. You kind of learn this as you go along. If you are an entry-level engineer, your workflow kind of looks like this. Essentially, you will own a component or a subsystem that goes into a larger system. Maybe that system itself is part of an even bigger system. Essentially, as the owner of this component, you're going to be the one managing the requirements. You're going to be the one talking to suppliers and basically writing a statement of work and interfacing with suppliers to ensure that the design is built to spec. You'll work to develop the spec, and ultimately, once you have a product that you're confident in with your design team, you take that and you integrate it with the bigger picture by interfacing with other teams. A lot of this process is guided by a systems engineering and integration team. Oftentimes you'll hear this organization in your company referred to as SEIA, which stands for Systems Engineering, Integration, and Test. Now, the biggest thing to conceptualize systems thinking is the Systems Engineering V. Now, essentially, the V shows the life cycle of a product. To design your product, you first understand what the customer's needs are, and based on that, you develop requirements. After you develop the driving requirements, you start to hash out these requirements and develop verification plans for it. Now, as this is happening, you start to work on the design of the subsystem, and eventually that design will also impact the design of the system as well. So every element that goes into a larger system is walked through this V. Now, at the bottom of the V, that is when your design is approved and you are ready to go. You're ready to start developing. So then you move into the next stage, which is when you're starting to build and starting to verify. Up until now, you've developed your system, you designed it, now you have to verify it and prove it works. And by the end of this V, you have a working design. Being able to conceptualize this and apply it to the work that you're doing or going to do is going to be a lot more impactful. Now, if you were an aspiring engineer and you're just now getting started in your career, you can take these principles and you can apply them to your resume. You can say that you're able to write requirements. You can say that you're able to understand big picture thinking. And you can use these things to market yourself way better in the competitive environment that we're in. Especially now with a lot of resumes being filtered through AI tools, this is very useful to being able to beat those because of the fact that you're going to be hitting all those keywords that they're looking for. When a hiring manager is looking to hire, oftentimes they are looking specifically to fill a need within a team or within a project or within the company as a whole. When you're applying to a role, it's because that role's been budgeted for and that role has funding going for it, specifically to address that need. This goes into a bigger conversation called earned value management, but understanding that bigger picture thinking, understanding that this whole program is funded in a particular way, changes the way you apply to things. So systems thinking, very critical. So if you want to go further in depth with systems thinking, if you want to learn about systems engineering principles that will help you accelerate in your career, I had a new program out called the Elite Engineer Blueprint, where you can work with me one-on-one. There's a link for the application below. That's it for this video, guys. If you got something from this, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you'd like to see more.